Hey ladies, welcome to the Single Moms United podcast, where we cannot spell united without you. If this is your first time joining, welcome. If you're a repeat listener, thank you for your loyalty. Today I want to talk about Independence Day. Oh, what a coincidence. Today is Independence Day, or we also call it the 4th of July, in which we celebrate with fireworks and outdoor eating and all that fun stuff as it relates to America's independence, which is great. But as I mentioned in the past, for other holidays, how are you explaining this to your children? What are you explaining to your children? Are you explaining to your children? I don't think I ever did, to be honest with you. The kids just knew that, we were going to go see the fireworks, and generally it's the start of summer. And so we're just having a good time, but never explain the whole reason of why we celebrate the 4th of July. So hopefully, ladies, you will take this opportunity to do your research and share with your children about Independence Day or 4th of July. So they just no longer recognize, hey, it's the great time to watch the fireworks, right? I really understand why we celebrate Independence Day or 4th of July. Now, part 2 to this is, what about your own Independence Day, ladies? Let's take America out of the equation, and let's just look at you and talk about your independence, what that means. And so I'm just going to go through some basic characteristics of an independent woman. Some you may agree with and some you may not. And guess what? That's okay. That's what makes the world go around. But when you think about independence, you also think of a strong woman is her ability to make decisions on her own without help. Because when we look at independence and how it's defined, we're not relying on anything or anyone to help us to get to where we need to go in life. In a nutshell, it's freedom from the control, influence, support, aid, or the like of others. That's what independence means to you and us and me. When it comes to being a single mom, you're going to have to do some things on your own. You're going to have to make some decisions on your own. When you choose to go the route of public assistance, it's not meant to be long term. It's meant to be short term until you get your feet grounded on your goals in life and how you want to get there and how you want to get your children there or your child there. So I'm just going to go through a list of what it means to be independent, the importance of being independent. It's just really overall that desire of not having anyone control you, that freedom. It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. As a mom, you sacrifice yourself in order to look after you and your children. You learn the value of love and sacrifice. It's your sufferings that give you the strength to get you from day to day. I am a true witness of that. So you have to show unconditional love. Then you have to learn to love yourself, ladies. You have to learn to love yourself. So many times as a single mom, we get so distracted and we forget about us. It's the truth. We forget about ourselves because we're trying to do this for the child. We're trying to do that. That's what a real mother does. In the midst of failures, heartbreaks, and setbacks, you know how to get up and keep moving. You don't sit there and have the pity party. Woe is me. Woe is me. No, you keep going, and your children need to see that. But guess what? You can also be soft as well as tough. Being tough doesn't mean that you are not allowed to show your emotions. I'll say that again. Being tough doesn't mean that you are not allowed to show your emotions. There are days you are going to cry. There are days you're going to be like, why me? Why every time I turn around, there's another issue? And that's okay. That's okay that you acknowledge that. but you can't stay there. Okay, you can have that one day of woe is me, why is me, but then you got to keep it moving, not just for you, but for your children. And then you have to realize being a single mom is not easy. We're still labeled negatively as a single mom. Oh, she's not married. Oh, she has a child. Oh, she's just sleeping with anybody. You know how they think. You know how they judge us. You have to remember you're a single mom, and not just a single mom, but a strong one. Your opinion, they will shun it because you are a single mom. Your achievements will be belittled and mocked, but you learn from the best, and you won't stop until you get what you want. That's why you have goals in life. That's what independence does for you. You don't get satisfied or complacent in where you are in life. And then you never look back. Regardless of what type of relationship you have with the child's father, you learn from that. And especially if you don't have a relationship with him, which is okay, as long as he's able to continue to see the child and be in the child's life, it's okay. You don't look back on the negative parts of your life. You learn from them and say, you know what? I'm not going to do that again. Because you can't change it. You have to stay positive, at least attempt to stay positive. I was there. I learned my lesson. Now I'm moving on. You have to learn patience and faith. So much courage and wisdom does not come on its own. You practice patience in order to wait for the good things and faith so that it helps you during rough times. And you are going to have rough times. And guess what? And when you know you're going to experience some challenges in your life, it's going to be easier. You're not going to be as stressed about it. Yes, there's going to be stress, but you're not going to be as stressed because you knew this day was coming. Right? It will pass. They all do. I look back now on some of the challenges and potholes I experienced in my life, raising my children. It wasn't that big of a deal now that I look at it. It just wasn't. I just made it a big deal. So you control that. You control that. Don't let stress control you. That's another form of independence. Okay, this happened. Okay, all right. And we keep it moving. But you don't let stress control you, ladies. You control stress. That's your independence. Learning how to be a good mother. Some of those characteristics are being protective, loving, kind, compassionate, courageous, and smart. A good mom, as you're independent, you're making these decisions. You're teaching your children lessons, letting them handle some of life situations. Of course, not when they're younger. You want to start this after 10. Experience some life situations. Again, that's just my time frame. You don't have to agree with it. That's just my time frame. As a single independent mom, you're leading by example. Remember, kids are constantly watching and saying, hey, I learned that from my mom. I saw my mom do that. I say that. I even say that today with what I saw my mom do and some of her characteristics as a strong woman. Now, she was married, but she's still a strong woman. She still displayed those characteristics that makes me who I am today. And you can do that as well, single mom. Happy Independence Day, not just for America, but for you, single mom, for you. You can do this. Hold your head up high. Be confident. There definitely is a difference between confidence and arrogance. When you're confident, that means they can't break you. They can try, but they can't do it. You won't allow it. You know why? Because you have an independent mindset. You make the decision. You make the choices. All right. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Happy Independence Day. And I hope you will share with another single mom who needs to be encouraged and motivated. That's what this podcast is all about. And if you like it, share it. Tell another single mom. Give me some feedback at singlemomsunitedpodcast.com or on YouTube. Remember to like this episode. I would love to hear from you. Enjoy the fireworks. Love on your children. Spend time with your children. And you take care.